On the 16th of July, 1936, a Thursday, right? A Thursday, yes, correct. It was about 17.4 degrees Celsius on average in Berlin, with a very small amount of perspiration, a slight drizzle throughout the day. On that day, an apparent attempt to assassinate Edward VIII was foiled on Constitution Hill. As the king's horse passed the crowd while returning to Buckingham Palace from a color ceremony in Hyde Park, a man raised a revolver. A woman grabbed the man's arm and shouted, alerting a constable who knocked the weapon from his hand. The man, identified as George Andrew McMahon, told the police he had no intention of harming the king and was only making a protest. Adolf Hitler sent Edward a telegram offering his heartiest congratulations on his escape. Now, this is kind of echoing something that happened in the US just the other day, right? Like, wow, kind of crazy. Italy lifted its wartime restrictions on meat and nightlife curfews, and Father Charles Coughlin aligned himself with Francis Townsend and denounced President Roosevelt as a great betrayer and liar, saying, "He who promised to drive the money changers from the temple has built up the greatest public debt in the nation's history. Is that driving the money changers from the temple?" he asked. Wow. Then, let's see over here. Latvia. What does Latvia do? Recognizes the Italian annexation of Abyssinia. And in France, or no, not in France, but in the French wiki, it says that the Nazis made their first camp for the Roma people to collect them up, I guess. And, well, we all know what they did over there. Anyway, let's roll the time. We're actually pretty close to completing Hermann Göring work here. That's going to be exciting. Right now we have only 22 factories working on construction. That is going to explode soon when also the intelligence agency finishes, also in 13 days. Then suddenly we're going to have like 11 extra factories available. Well, not all of those are going to be actually working, of course. Because out of those 6, some will be on consumer goods, but yeah. Our dude, by the way, is working in France to make a spy network. 7% so far. Seems pretty good. And there we go. I think there's only 2 days left until this has to fire. I think. Maybe 3.